where your feet may fail and whatnot. Like, that's completely where I was, it felt. And so we got a mile away from the house, and I'm sitting in the car like this, just praying, Timmy's in my arm. And so, two things happened. One, I closed my eyes, and my eyes were closed, and there's like darkness, but then there's like your eyes closed, like super shut, like nothing else around you, like all the lights are off, like then there's like extreme darkness. So I'm sitting there, my eyes go extremely dark, and my ears muffle and start ringing, and I kid you not, I saw a face in like the blackness as I was my eyes closed. I saw like a demonic face. And I just started screaming, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And then just everything like left, and it's just God's peace. Like, if you have felt God's peace, like in the midst of struggle and trial, when it hits, and everything else around you is silent, and like, it's unbelievable. And we got home, and like tingling in the fingertips of my fingers started, which kind of freaked me out, but like, that moment I kind of knew in my heart, like, that's when it had ended, but we still kind of went on, and I was like, Ma, we gotta talk about this. So we walked around the block, and I was like, Mom, like, just everything, like my faith, like I feel like I'm doubting God at the moment, like I just don't know, and I just don't know, like, what do I do with this? And we were talking, and it's like, all right, let's call Bobby. So I called Bobby, and we talked, and he's just like, Collin, like, you know what you believe in, like, at this moment, things are telling you maybe that you're doubting or not believing at the moment, but you know what you believe, and you've lived it out, like, I see it in you, like, you love the Lord, you believe in Him, and you just hold on to that, and He kept encouraging me and whatnot, and just helped reaffirm me what I do believe. And then, so we did that, and my mom was talking to my dad, and my dad was like, hey, let me talk to Collin. So, funny thing, that morning, I had read a little devotional, and it said, come to me, come to me, come to me, were the first few words. So my dad's like, Collin, I feel what the Lord's telling me to tell you is come to me. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, okay, that's not obvious. I was like, wow. But that's what we had been doing the whole week. And it's like, you come to the Lord, like, He won't fail you. And so I was like, okay, God, thank you. And my dad was also, he told me that, and then he said, Collin, I just want to let you know it is finished for fact. And my dad said that he had been praying after my mom had told him, and he had felt the same dark, depressing, like, evil spirit feeling. And he actually, my dad started speaking in tongues, he said, as he was praying. He just started mumbling in words that we cannot know, but that the Spirit expresses to the Father. And he's like, Collin, it's finished. And like at that point, it's just like perfect peace. Like Mom and I just sat on the curb of the sidewalk, just praising and singing songs for like an hour and a half. Some people came out of their house to ask us what was wrong, and a cop came by too. But that was just funny back then. But just, I got some crazy like mental images just praising God. Like I just saw like one of them I got was that. Like there was somebody like I was like kind of radiating like bright in the midst of like darkened people, and then someone came out and put like a dark jacket over, and I became like one of the dark jacket people. But then Christ came and like took it off and like just took me, and we walked together, and like that mental image, like I don't know, that was like the most amazing mental image I've ever had in a time like that, or in that at all. And it's just, that's basically what happened. I mean, I've kind of been struggling with like some like fear and paranoia since like, it was like, God brought me through, but I'm still kind of struggling from like the traumatic part of just what actually happened. I've talked to Dakota a little bit about it, and I've definitely come much further than I was at the beginning of the year. I started the school year kind of like in paranoia and fear. And it hit hard at nights because I'd be in my bed and I'd like picture something coming to my door. But then like it all comes back to coming to God. Like you go to Him, like I have to pray for like 15, 20 minutes and just call to Him, but then His peace would come over me and I'd be able to sleep. So like guys, you have a huge family of believers. If there's one thing, like you have people almost around every corner. Like Christ is the one thing that brings us as Christians together. Like that is our unity. That's what our foundational unity in each other is.
The cornerstone.
It definitely is. Yeah, it's the cornerstone. So you go to anybody. Like I went to Bobby. I went to my mom. I went to my dad. I went to my mom's friend. Like you have endless number of people to talk to going through anything. And don't ever be afraid just to hold it in. You'll get nowhere. Like if we had held in all that stuff that went on because we didn't want people think we're weird, like I'd probably be completely messed up by this point. Like God uses the community of Christians to help you go forward and to help alleviate your problems. Like yes, there's a chance that God will like just take it whatever you're dealing with you from at the moment, but chances are you're going to interact with people, and the people around you are going to help you and support you as you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with. And the situations that you also have, yeah, they probably suck in the moment, but don't give up on God. I know that's so cliche, but I mean, you keep trusting Him, like you keep doing Him, and you're gonna come through it for better. It may not you're not gonna come out like maybe 100% perfect, like because I still struggle with things, but you're gonna be able to take what you've learned and put it forth. And who knows, like I always kind of say like somehow I feel God's gonna use this like spiritual encounter somewhere along in my life. There's just so many things that you can take from what you like struggle with. So that's the key, at least in your problems, is take away what you've learned and try to stick with God in it. Then, man, it's crazy, but yeah, that's what happened to me this summer. So.